Welcome, guys. In this edition of my fashion talk show, this is actually the first edition. I want to highlight the importance of this fashion talk show, and it's not just a content made to attract social media traffic, rather, it's a content that is targeted at sharing my experience as a fashion designer to other upcoming fashion designers and fashion designers also to learn and work with for growth and success. I want to highlight the talk on the importance of social media and how it has metamorphosed from just a platform where people exchange pleasantries to a platform becoming a market for people to sell their products. Going further, I want to explain to us the importance, the values, and the advantages of social media to our business as fashion designers. And one of the advantages is, like I said before, it's a marketplace. Unlike before now, where people are basically situated in a location, and their customers are living within that location. But as it is now, you can actually get customers from anywhere across the world by just putting up your ads on the platform, be it Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Secondly, it also brings more opportunities. Opportunities in terms of collaboration. Most times I've had my work posted on social media and gotten contacts from other fashion designers who probably love what I'm doing or who are more knowledgeable in a particular field and wants to either inform me more, to encourage me, or to also learn from my art. So the opportunity to meet wider range of people, individuals and other designers. Another opportunity that it brings to us is collaboration, expansion. In collaboration, there are also other, not just fashion designers, but fashion interested individuals who have probably been looking for somebody that has your kind of talent, but because of the scope or the location, they were unable to get such individuals. So by putting up your items, your designs, it attracts this set of people to approach you and negotiate businesses. Some of them are sellers who need somebody to work with, who need somebody to collaborate with, who need somebody to help them market their own products or share their ideas with such person. So you'll be able to put up your products on those platforms, brings these people closer to you, collaborations and things like that. It makes you learn more. There are a lot of fashion designers who are doing greatly well and who are much more knowledgeable in one of the areas that are specialized. It brings you, like I said before, it brings you in contact with them. It brings more customers from every other place across the world who tend to patronize you. It brings exposure. You get to talk with people that are speaking different languages, people from different tribes and cultures. You get, I could remember one of those days I had somebody from India who was trying to negotiate with me, how are we going to combine African style with Indian style of wears ranging from Jalabi and their lights. How are we going to collaborate to put these two different cultural wears together to give us something unique? And we are actually having a work going on in that line. So it opens you up wide to broader cultures, broader identities and languages and people from all over. Social media on its own doesn't have a regulated a calibrated disadvantage. However, it has their own challenges. And one of the challenges is time consuming. Most times as a designer, you have to invest your time in making clothes, but because there are content that needs to go out there, you will share those time which you're supposed to be making clothes to creating such content. So it's time consuming, it's resources consuming. You have to buy data, you have to invest in promotions and ads and stuff like you make a lot of payments, and in also time consuming. There are time you take to learn the algorithm on how this space works. So if you want to go right, you need time to go through to understand how it works, and this at the time you also need to put in place in order to make dresses for your customers. So you are already investing a huge amount of that. It's actually disencouraging most times. For me, sometimes I would want to put up my content there, but realizing that it's time, and this time is something I need to also invest in making productions. Sometimes I get disencouraged and fall back to my work. So it's actually time consuming, and again most times because you share your content and it doesn't get enough engagement, you be encouraged to do more. Imagine putting up a content, they're spending like 2-3 hours to put up the content, and for over a month you're having like 10-15 likes, and out of these 10 and 15 likes, 90% of them are your friends who probably have not patronized you for once. You ask yourself, what is the interest? But I would like to take you back when I started. I started with just having myself as the only follower of my page. It grew up from 1, 2, 3. I keep on sharing about this day. I no longer share my page to people to follow me. They follow me on their own accord. Why? Because they are seeing the value which I'm introducing in the fashion industry. So it's so disencouraging to put up those energy and realizing that it's not fetching the expected outcome. However, everything needs commitment. The more time you invest, the more value it's likely going to bring to you. I would also want to elaborate on what I call inferiority complex. Most times, some of us fashion designers don't are not proud of our art. We are not proud of our work. You see fashion designers who have made an interesting design, but when they look at it, they see that, if I put up this item here, I will get criticized, and out of fear of being criticized, or being discouraged, or not being convinced that what they have is actually something interesting, they will fall back and will not put this in there. But I also want to tell you, if you run down to my page on Facebook, where I have over 260,000 followers, you will see, run that to where I started. I started when I was learning work. I was making posts of whatever process I did. And I want to use this video to encourage and to appreciate my fans, my followers, those that followed me from day one, when I was just learning work and posting only materials and stuff like that. And they're still me up to this moment. I really appreciate you guys. What am I trying to say? Do not be discouraged by your work. Put up your work there. If people criticize you, let them criticize. Learn from whatever they are pointing at. I once posted a shirt which I was very much proud of. Somebody came to tell me that my color is not good. I thanked him and asked him to tell me how to do it better, and he told me. So it's not a weakness that your work is criticized. It's actually a strength that you're going to learn more, and it's for your own good. The people that criticize you today will not see reasons to criticize you tomorrow, because you must have learned from the mistakes of today. So that is how it works. Be proud of your art. Be proud of your work. Don't allow anybody to discourage you. Take it upon yourself to put your art out there. You're doing extremely well, you're doing good. But if you restrict yourself to just how busy you are with your customers, bringing work and bringing materials to you, you might not really know what you're missing. The thing I want to talk on is finance. Really, financial impairment is one of the things that weighs our spirit as fashion designers down, not to make moves, to expose or to advertise our products. Take for instance, you need a good phone to create content. So if you don't have money to buy this type of phone, and you're using phones whose camera is not good to give your viewers a nice content, you probably won't be encouraged to do that. You need money to buy other equipment like mic, just as I'm using mic for this content. You need money to buy other things, string lights or whatever you probably need. And when you don't have money to do this, you basically rely or fall back to whatever you are doing and sewing. But I want to encourage you, please strive. One thing about tailoring is that it brings money. It doesn't bring money in that bulk whereby you can remove to put up whatever. But if you can save for a particular thing, you will do it. Check yourself when you have no generator. Check how you save to buy those generators. Why do you save to buy? Because you consider that it's important to your work. Check the machines, the equipment you are using to work. There were times you had only one machine in your shop and iron. But check what you have now. How are you able to achieve that? Simple. Because you saw that this is a necessity to your work and you invested in it. That's why you are where you are today. So I encourage you, make it as a decision to save up, to get some of this equipment, some of these instruments that will help you to put up your work there. You might not really know what you're missing until you start doing. The last one I want to talk about, because I don't really want this video to go to be too long, is stage fright. Most times, just like I'm talking now, this is actually my first video record, and I understand the fact that I am human and I am not expected to be 100% perfect. So I've already made up excuses for any kind of incoherencies in my wisdom, in my communication. So I don't get frightened by what people are going to understand from whatever I'm saying. I am committed to communicating the knowledge I have within me to others. Those who care to understand will understand. No matter how perfect your English is, your vocabulary is, definitely there are people who are out there waiting. Their interest is not the content you are creating, the conjunctions or the wisdom in your voice. Their interest is to point out mistakes, to point out the wrong English you are using. So is those people your target? No. Focus on your target. Focus on the people you want to get your materials to and speak to them. Those who are interested in it will listen to understand the wisdom, the knowledge, and not to make corrections in your English. So you don't have to be that educated to be able to communicate wisdoms like this. You can use your native knowledge. I bet you it's going to be too unique. It's going to be too unique. It's going to attract you people to open up opportunities, even when you are using your native language. You can use Pidgin English, you can use English, you can use French. Any language that you are comfortable to communicate with is the superior system of communication to you, and you must exploit it. So I encourage every fashion designer, go back to the drawing board, make your corrections, determine to move your business forward away from location based. You don't just have to be located in a particular place for you to do your business. You don't have to be located in a particular place for you to get customers. You don't have to be restricted in a geographical location for you to be able to get more opportunities. All you just need is exposure. Get your business exposed. Don't just expose yourself alone. Expose your business. Get it wide. Get it on the social media platforms. Thank God that we have such systems where people can patronize you. It is to your own advantage to use it. As far as you are running a legit business, you're actually going to get legit customers. Thank you. I am Dixie, the CEO of Adalix Fashion and Fabrics. Thank you for listening and expect more from me.